What is environmental due diligence? Environmental due diligence is the process of investigating a property prior to purchasing it to understand what environmental issues or potential for environmental issues are on the property. Whether it's understanding whether there are wetlands on the property, whether there's protected habitat of the property, or whether there's the potential for actual or perceived environmental contamination on the property. That due diligence process is the process you go through to really investigate the history of the site. And each due diligence process is different depending on the type of property that someone's interested in acquiring. So in the context of a site that may have environmental contamination issues, that process involves looking at the history of the property, doing potentially invasive testing of the property, of the soil and the groundwater, surface water, to see whether there are any contaminants out there, and then really trying to identify where that contamination starts and stops. In the context of environmental issues, due diligence is really important because there are some exemptions to environmental liability if you went through the process of proper environmental due diligence and don't find anything, and then a subsequent issue does come up. You do have those exemptions from liability because you did the right thing, you did the due diligence, you did the investigation on the property. In the context of wetlands and species issues, environmental due diligence is really important because it helps you understand where the potential areas of concern are for what you might want to do or develop on the property. With wetlands, there is the ability to impact them as part of your development, but it does come with extensive permitting and costs for mitigation involved with it. So really understanding the extent of wetlands, what the processes are to permit those wetlands before you buy the property is critically important in the due diligence process.